हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू अनदर वीडियो फार्मर रिसर्चर। तो 2020 तक के सारे क्वेश्चन पेपर्स इस चैनल पे अपलोड हो चुके हैं और अभी 2 ईयर के क्वेश्चन पेपर्स इस सीरीज़ में रिमेनिंग है। तो जिसने भी प्रीवियस ईयर के क्वेश्चन पेपर्स अभी वीडियोस नहीं देखी हैं तो वो जाके वीडियोस को देखें, क्योंकि 2023 का जो जीपैट एग्ज़ाम होने वाला है उसमें 15 to 20 क्वेश्चंस एटलीस्ट उस पेपर में रिपीट होंगे। इतने क्वेश्चंस हर साल, तो वो आपके लिए बहुत ही यूज़फुल रहने वाला है। एंड आज मैं डिस्कस करूँगा जीपैट 2021 ईयर का क्वेश्चन पेपर। तो इसमें मैं इनिशियल 60 क्वेश्चंस इस वीडियो में डिस्कस करूँगा एंड रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चंस इसके आने वाली वीडियो में डिस्कस करूँगा। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं वीडियो को। सो द क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 इज मैच द टाइप ऑफ टर्पीन्स अंडर कॉलम 1 विद देयर रिस्पेक्टिव एग्जांपल्स अंडर कॉलम 2। सो इन कॉलम 1 type of terpene, in column 2 examples are given. So for the first terpene, that is monoterpene, it correctly matches with option number 2, that is camphor. For diterpene, it correctly matches with option number 3, taxol. For C, that is sesquiterpenes, it correctly matches with option number 4, that is gingiberine. And for tetraterpenes, it correctly matches with option number 1, that is lycopene. So option number 2 is correct for this question. Next question is, limit for the following heavy metals are mentioned in the WHO guidelines for herbal drug evaluation. A is cadmium, B is lead, C is mercury, and D is arsenic. Now choose the correct answer from the options given below. And the correct answer is option number 1, A, B, and D only. Next question is, given below are two statements, one is labeled as assertion and the other is labeled as a reason. So assertion A is the Ayurvedic drug Aswa contains self-generated alcohol, and the reason R is the preparation of Aswa, the extract of drugs, is subjected to a process of calcination. So in the light of the above statements, choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. And the correct answer for this question is option number 3, that is A is correct but R is not correct. Next question is, the ring structure present in strychnine is, and the correct answer is option number 3, that is imidazole. Next question is, marker compound analysis is one of the useful methods for evaluation of herbal drugs. The following statement is not true about marker compound analysis. And the correct answer is option number 2, that is marker compounds are always therapeutically active. Next question is, the following classification of herbal drugs gives better understanding of biosynthetic pathway in the drug. And the correct answer for this question is option number 2, that is chemotaxonomical. Next question is, match the following under chemical compounds under column 1 with their respective chemical tests under column 2. So in column number 1, compounds are given. So first compound, that is quinine, it correctly matches with option number 2, that is thaliquin. For digitoxin, it correctly matches with option number 4, that is calerquilani. For atropine, it correctly matches with option number 3, that is betalimorine. And for sinusides, it correctly matches with option number 2, von Traeger's test. So option number 1 is correct for this question. Next question is, match the following vaccines under column 1 with their respective content under column 2. So in column 1, vaccines are given. So for the first option, that is OPV vaccine, it correctly matches with option number 4, that is live virus. For typhoid, TAV, it correctly matches with option number 1, bacteria. For tetanus, it correctly matches with option number 5, that is toxoid. and for BCG it correctly matches with option number, that is live bacteria. So option number 3 is correct for this question. Next question is, the immunity acquired by inoculation of living organism is attenuated virulence is, and the correct answer is option number 3, artificial acquired immunity. Next question is, given below are two statements, one is labeled as assertion A and the other is labeled as reason R. So assertion A is, gram-negative bacteria do not retain the primary strain when washed with alcohol and subsequently stained again with, and reason R is, the outer membrane of gram-negative bacteria contains lipopolysaccharides. Now in the light of the above statements, choose the correct answer from the options given below. And the correct answer for this question is option number 1, that is both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. The next question is, HEPA filters are defined as A, or more efficient in removing from the air, B, particles generated by vaporization of the hydrocarbon Imori 3004. So the correct answer for this question is option number 3, that is A is 99.99% and B is 0.3 micrometer. Next question is, Compendium of Pharmaceuticals and Specialties is an international drug compendia from, and the correct answer for this is option number 4, Canadian Pharmaceutical Association. Next question is, the initial concentration of a drug decomposing according to first order kinetics is 28 units per ml. The specific decomposition rate K obtained from an Arrhenius plot is 2.09 into 10 to the power minus 5 per hour at room temperature 25 degrees Celsius. Previous experimentation has shown that when the concentration of the drug falls below 15 units per ml, it is not sufficiently potent for use and should be removed from the market. What expiration date should be assigned to this product? And the correct answer for this is option number 4, that is approximately 29,869.28 hours. Next question is, dynamic vapor sorption DBS isotherm is a plot of A versus B, and the correct answer is A is percentage change in mass and B is percentage relative humidity. Next question is, in case of solvates, the following are examples of class 1 residual solvents that have been classified by the ICH, and the correct answer is option number 1, that is benzene, carbon tetrachloride and 1,2-dichloroethane. Next question is, hemophilia A is caused due to the reduction in the quantity or activity of which of the following clotting factors? And the correct answer is option number 3, clotting factor 8. Next question is, match the following. A is apoptosis, and it correctly matches with option number 2, that is tightly regulated intracellular program in which destined cell today. Then next is necrosis. It correctly matches with option number 1, that is progressive degradative action of enzymes. For anaplasia, it correctly matches with option number 4, that is lack of differentiation, and for neoplasm correctly matches with abnormal mass of tissue. So option number 1 is correct for this question. The next question is, to determine the effect of breath holding on the deposition of particles, the sedimentation efficiency S is defined as, and the correct answer is option number 1, S is equal to distance the particle falls during breath holding divided by mean regional airway diameter. Next question is, which of the following ICH harmonized tripartite tripartite guidelines related to stability provides approaches that allows for bracketing and matrixing designs for stability testing. This is especially important when a new drug product is to be commercialized with multiple strengths in multiple packaging configurations. And the correct answer for this is option number 2, Q1D. Next question is match list 1 with list 2. In list 1, ingredients found in rubber closures are given, and in list 2, examples are given. So for the first option, that is activator, it correctly matches with option number 2, that is stearic acid. For curing agent, it correctly matches with option number 5, that is peroxides. For accelerator, it correctly matches with option number 1, that is zinc dibutyl dithiocarbamate. And for fillers, it correctly matches with option number 3, that is carbon black. So option number 1 is correct for this question. Next question is match list 1 with list 2. In the list 1, equipment is given, and in list 2, model or trade name or type is given. So for the first equipment, that is low shear mixer, it correctly matches with option number, that is slated double cone mixer. For rotary tablet machine, it correctly matches with option number 1, that is monastery Dricota. For capsule filling machine, it correctly matches with option number 5, that is PCF 1200 model, Pharmaland. For compaction mill, it correctly matches with option number 2, that is Chilsonator, that is Fitzpatrick. So option number 3 is correct for this question. Next question is the USP defines dash as liquid preparations of vegetable drugs containing alcohol as a solvent or as a preservative or both. So made that unless otherwise specified in an individual monograph, each milliliter contains the therapeutic constituents of 1 gram of the standard drug that it represents. And the correct answer is option number 4, fluid extracts. Next question is which one of the following is a competitive antagonist at benzodiazepine site of GABA receptor gated chloride channel? And the correct answer is option number 3, flumazanil. Next question is which one of the following is not an endogenous opioid peptide? And the correct answer is beta lipotropin. The next question is total number of facial bones in the human adult is, and the correct answer is option number 3, 14. Next question is the split up of time cycle of cardiac cycle, and the correct answer is option number 1, that is Vs is 0.3 second, Vd is 0.5 second, As is 0.1 second, and Ad is 0.7 second. The next question is the beta 1 and beta 2 adrenergic receptor subtype agonist acting at atrioventricular node produces following responses, and the correct answer is option number 2, that is increases automaticity and conduction velocity. Next question is conversion of pseudostratified columnar epithelium in chronic bronchitis and bronchitis to columnar type epithelium is an example of which type of metaplasia? And the correct answer is option number 2, columnar metaplasia. Next question is the part of prescription that means take though is, and the correct answer is option number 3, superscription. Next question is amine group protection during peptide synthesis can be accomplished by converting the amine to, and the correct answer is option number 1, 9-fluorenyl methyl carbamate. Next question is which of the following microbial form listed below exhibits the highest level of resistance to physical and chemical methods of growth control? And the correct answer is option number 4, bacterial endospore. Next question is, some individuals are obsessed with using purgatives regularly as a reflection of their psychological problem. Dangers of purgative overuse include all of the following except, and the correct answer is option number 4, except protein build up in the body as a result of enteropathy. Next question is, long-term use of thiazide diuretics in hypertension can produce all of the following except, and the correct answer is option number 1, hyperkalemia. Next question is, an epoxy ring can be prepared by, and the correct answer is option number Sargent's glycidic ester synthesis. Next question is, the size of aqueous filled pores is, and the correct answer is option number 4, 4 to 10 Armstrong. Next question is, hospital formulary consists of, and the correct answer is option number 2, list of drugs present in the hospital. Next question is, the majority of drugs that least binded to antivascular tissue is, and the correct answer is option number 2, muscle. Next question is, distribution is of perfusion rate limited in case of which drugs? And the correct answer is option number 2, lipophilic drugs. Next question is, given below are two statements, one is labeled as assertion A and the other is labeled as reason R. So assertion A is, Quilea tincture is included in potassium citrate mixture BPC, and reason R is, because Quilea tincture acts as an emulgent in potassium citrate mixture BPC and prevents separation of lemon oil as a surface layer when the lemon spirit is added. So in light of the above statements, choose the correct answer from the options given below. And the correct answer is option number 1, that is both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Next question is, match list 1 with list 2. List 1 contains term or phrase while list 2 contains the meaning. So for the first term, that is guturi, it correctly matches with option number 4, that is to the throat. For in oculum sinistram, it correctly matches with option number 3, that is for the left eye. For in orem sinistram, it correctly matches with option number 1, that is into the left ear. And for in oculum dextrum, it correctly matches with option number 2, that is into the right eye. So option number 1 is correct for this question. The next question is, which one of the following calcium channel blockers used as anti-anginal agents has the highest possibility to produce a negative inotropic effect? AV nodal block, bradycardia, decreased cardiac output, constipation, edema, and is contraindicated in sick sinus syndrome. And the correct answer is option number 4, birapamil. Next question is, desmethyldiazepam is an active metabolite having an elimination half-life of more than 40 hours of all of the following drugs except, and the correct answer is option number 1, flurazepam. Next question is, which one of the following drugs that is not absorbed orally, is not a bronchodilator, does not have any direct effects on smooth muscles, yet is effective in antigen-induced, exercise-induced, and irritant-induced asthma, though not all asthmatic respond to it positively? And the correct answer is option number 2, telucast. Next question is, to monitor the safety of the new drug under actual conditions of use in large number of patients has been classified dash clinical trials. And the correct answer for this is option number 3, phase 4 clinical trials. Next question is, vigabatrin produces anti-epileptic activity through, And the correct answer is option number 3, through inhibiting GABA transaminase enzyme which degrades GABA. Next question is, a condition in which there is severe loss of extracellular fluid due to hemorrhage, diarrhea, severe vomiting or sweating followed by shrinkage of blood volume, reduction of venous inflow to the heart, reduction of cardiac output and fall of blood pressure is known as, and the correct answer is option number 1, hypovolemic shock. Next question is, which one of the following plexus is a part of central nervous system in the brain and consists of capillaries, ventricles and ependymal cells? And the correct answer is option number 2, choroid plexus. Next question is, which is not the colligative property? A is depression of freezing point, B is elevation of boiling point, C is elevation of vapor pressure, and D is osmotic pressure. Now choose the correct one of the following. So the correct answer for this question is option number 4, that is C only. Next question is, the system volume is increased when sheared is called, and the correct answer is option number 1. Next question is, the value of R in energy of activation is, and the correct answer is option number 1. It is 1.98 calories per degree molecule. Next question is, which of the following is false about HMP shunt? And the correct answer is option number 4, that is non-oxidative phase of HMP pathway is irreversible. Next question is, all the following can determine the protein structure except, and the correct answer is option number 3, high performance chromatography. Next question is, how many molecules of acyl coenzyme A are produced in beta oxidation of palmitic acid? And the correct answer is option number 3, that is 8. Next question is, select the equation that gives the rate of drug dissolution from a tablet. And the correct answer is option number 3, Noyes-Whitney equation. Next question is, one of the following apparatus is used to determine particle size by gravity sedimentation method. And the correct answer is option number 3, Anderson apparatus. Next question is, the phenomena of increasing the solubility of weak electrolytes and non-polar molecules by the addition of a water miscible solvent in which the drug has good solubility is called, and the correct answer is option number 2, co-solvency. Next question is, the properties of solutions containing surface active agents change sharply over a narrow concentration range and are called as, and the correct answer is option number 1, critical missile concentration. Next question is, powers of drug inspectors appointed under the Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 are mentioned under which of the following section of the Act? And the correct answer is option number 3, 22. Next question is, which one of the following is not a gene insertion technique into a eukaryotic cell? And the correct answer is option number 2, iontophoresis. Next question is, application for the issue of a permit to import small quantities of drugs for personal use are or shall be made in, and the correct answer is option 12A. सो दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडेज़ वीडियो. मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में जिसमें मैं जीपैट 2021 के जो भी रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चन 65 रह गए हैं वो डिस्कस करूँगा. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर लिसनिंग.